Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. Today we're looking at the P-47D-30 early, 30 and 40 models using and jettisoning fuel tanks and smoke. So let's start on the ground with 30 early. Rearm, we can have on pylons 1 and 3 fuel tanks, 108 US gallon paper disposable fuel tank or 110 US gallon metal fuel tank, 150 US gallon metal fuel tank. And this carries through to today. I recently spoke to an F-15C pilot who says on actual combat sorties they'll take not paper tanks, metal ones, but very rough ones that the guys knocked up in the shop that are designed to be thrown away. And their normal daily operations, they'll use their properly engineered fuel tanks. So it's very interesting. I will take 150 gallon metal either side, and in the middle I can have a 108 paper fuel tank or a 110 US gallon tank, and I'm going to take a metal 110.
Request rearming.
In 30 now.
Copy.
And we've got fuel tanks. Again, 108 paper, 110, 150 metal, and in the middle we'll have the same.
Request rearming.
In the 40, and you guessed it, pylons 2 and 4 this time, we're going to have the same configuration and same in the middle.
Request rearming.
In the air now, model 30 early. To use the external tanks, as default we'd be on internal main here on our main selector. So we'd first choose which tank we want to choose. We could choose a belly tank. We can only drain one tank at a time. Belly tank, left tank, or right tank, and let's just go for the belly tank. And then we're going to go left click here, so we're pointing at external on. It's now draining from the belly tank and not from our internal main here. And one problem you've probably already spotted is that we've got no idea as to how much fuel is in each of our tanks. That's two problems. One, it's going to be a problem for trim, because if we drain our left tank, we need to keep it roughly the same as the right tank, otherwise we'll be out of trim, and you have to know when you're about to run out, because we don't want to starve the engine, obviously. RC will quickly explain how we manage this.
The system that they use is based on average fuel consumption of 80 gallons an hour for use of 265 gallon external wing tanks, but you need to work it out depending on what you're carrying. And what they're saying is that if you're carrying wing tanks, you burn for 30 minutes on each tank and alternate between left and right tanks.
Roger. So throughout our flight we're going to be going through tanks. And there's just one thing: if you're going to swap a tank, according to the manual at least, you have to go back to main first, then swap the tank to left or whatever, and then back like that officially.
And that will take place over a couple hours, so your tanks will last a long time.
Yeah, roger. Okay, that's that. Next, let's look at if we want to jettison them. This is going to vary per model. So what we've talked about, the management here, is the same for each model, at least at the moment of recording. If we want to jettison them, first thing is we're going to go back to internal. We're in a model 30 early, so if we want to jettison them here, we're going to go back here. We can pull belly, left, and right. And that's those 3 tanks jettisoned. Next, from the 30, the fuel management is exactly the same, but in terms of jettisoning, we've got left, right, belly. In the 40, again, management's the same and exactly the same as we saw on the 30. And to the smoke, 30 early. Interestingly, you can put smoke pods on, so pylons 1 and 3 pods, and you can have, for instance, a blue there and an orange there, and they will equip. But as far as we're aware, the 30 early can't actually use these. Let us know if we're wrong. None of this is in the manual, so essentially we're just figuring things out ourselves. But either it shouldn't have smoke or it can't use them in 30 early. 30 can use them. Again, pylons 1 and 3. I should show you there is a small bug at the moment, just in case it stops you getting frustrated. If you've got tanks on there and you go to replace the tanks with smoke pods, you can see it doesn't work. What you have to do at that point is click remove, not pylon, but payload. So hopefully they'll fix that soon, and then it will start working. So we can add that on there.
Request rearming.
And the model 40, pretty much the same. We're now on pylons 2 and 4. Pods, whatever we want to do. And we can use them in this aircraft.
Request rearming.
Mark 30 in the air. To use them, we've got chemical switch left and right, so right click that up and then right click the little switch down there, right click that up, right click the little switch down there for the right wing. Mark 40 airborne, master arm switch cover up, right click master arm on, and then we can have the left pylon on for the chemical release, right pylon on, Note that at least at the moment you cannot jettison these smoke pods. I hope that was useful and see you later.